Now, let's go down to, we're going to skip down here to this battle, and we're going to show you the spirit that was on Abraham, okay? The warrior spirit that jumped on Abraham. Let's go down to chapter 14 here. Okay, let's go down to chapter 14, and let's pick it up right here in verse 10. Let's read verse 10, Prophet.
Now the valley of Siddim was full of asphalt pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled. Some fell there, and the remainder fled to the mountains. Then they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their provisions, and went their way. They also took Lot, Abram's brother's son.
Who they take?
They took Lot, Abram's brother's son, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed.
Whoa.
Then one who had escaped came and told Abram the Hebrew, for he dwelt by the...
Wait a minute, what did you say, sister? Go back there, prophet.
Then one who had escaped came and told Abram, the Hebrew.
The Hebrew. Abram was a Hebrew, but if y'all didn't get that clearly, Abram was a Hebrew. Okay? Go ahead, prophet.
For he dwelt by the terebinth trees of Mamre, the Amorite, brother of Eshcol, and brother of Anna, and they were allies with Abram. Now when Abram heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his 318 trained servants.
Wait a minute, where did Abram, not Abraham yet, where did Abram get 300 trained servants? Where did he get that from?
He was wealthy.
He had 300 men trained up under him?
318.
Wow. All right, brothers, y'all hear this? The Most High will give you all the needs that you need. Keep going, sister.
He armed his 318 trained servants who were born in his own house, and went in pursuit as far as Dan. He divided his forces against them by night, and he and his servants attacked them and pursued them as far as Hobah, which is north of Damascus. So he brought back all the goods, and also brought back his brother Lot and his goods, as well as the women and the people.
All right, right there. So I just want to bring that out, brothers and sisters, that there was a warrior spirit on some of our early patriots, even in the beginning. You want to bring some out, prophet?
Oh,
okay, it was a warrior spirit on our patriots even in the beginning. Abram found out that these wicked kings that ransacked Sodom and Gomorrah, where Lot was at, took some of Lot's stuff. So he got his men together and went and smoked them all and took everything and brought it back to his household. So there is a righteous fighting spirit that's within our people. Okay? And we started right there. We started off today with Abram. Okay? Abram did that. Abram was about that. He was about that warrior spirit. Yeah, but he was a man of God. Yeah, but he was about righteousness and truth too. Okay? Christ is about righteousness and truth. He couldn't stand it. Y'all remember when he walked into the temple and he beat people out of the temple and said, hey, you have turned my father's house into a den of thieves. All right? So there is a righteous spirit within the house of Israel that will stand up for righteousness. What I want to do is bring out another warrior by the name of Samson. Okay? And, the Greek mythologists, they use Samson as a forerunner to Hercules. Okay? Everything that they have portrayed on the screen is an example of the nation of Israel. All right? Everything's an example of the nation, or, it's just a shadow of the nation of Israel because we established it first. We have established it first. The Most High established it in truth and righteousness. All right, Prophet, let's find out where is Samson. He's in the book of Numbers here.
Okay.
And if you didn't know, Samson, he was a Nazarite. He took the vow of the Nazarite. He did not shave his hair. That's one of the traits of a Nazarite, the vow of a Nazarite. You do not shave your hair. The story does go to show that he had locks. Okay? We see now we have people that do not look as dark as Judah today, or maybe Benjamin. They are fair-skinned that have locks as well. But this brother was a Nazarite. All right? He was, I believe he was from the tribe of Benjamin. If I'm not mistaken here. I'm going to find that and bring that out today. Alright, it might be in Numbers 12. And in the recording, it's a good thing, brothers and sisters, if you can hear us turn the pages. We're searching the scriptures daily, see if those things are true. All right? All right.
So we're looking for Samson?
Yes. Yes, Prophet.
All right.
I think it's in second. Yeah, because I just saw David. All right. All right. So yeah, Abraham. This touching back on Abraham. Abram, brothers and sisters. He did have a warrior spirit on him. Okay. All right. All praise to the Most High. Thank you, prophets. We're going to go into Judges. And we're going to go to Judges chapter 16. This is the story of Samson. Okay, I'm just touching on some of the warriors that I know of personally that were warriors for the Most High. So, in the book of Judges, chapter 16,
around about maybe 19.
we want to look at we're going to start at verse 17. Okay, let's start at verse 17 here, and we're going to read to the point of edification that's among us today. Let's start there.
And if you don't mind, I'll just back up to 16.
To 16.
And it came to pass when she being Delilah, I believe, pestered him daily with her words and pressed him so that his soul was vexed to death, that he told her all his heart, and said to her, no razor has ever come upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite to the Most High from my mother's womb. If I am shaven, then my strength will leave me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man.
So Samson was not like any other man. Okay? This lady, what was her name?
Delilah.
She pressed him for his secret. Is that what you said?
Yes.
She made him
worried him basically to death. That's what he said, vexed him to death. Really, that's where we worry someone to death.
Prophet. Is that the same as like me saying it today? She got on my nerves.
Yes. Pestered.
Or he got on my nerves.
Yes.
Brother, so let's put this in our perspective today. The same interpretation. It means the same thing to the Most High. She got on his nerves so bad that he went on and told her the truth. He told her his secret. He was a Nazarite, right? Where you at, prophetess?
Where am I? Verse 18.
Okay.
When Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, come up once more, for he has told me all his heart. So the lords of the Philistines came up to her and brought the money in their hand.
Wait a minute. So she was selling him out.
Yes.
The enemy, the Philistines, we know the Philistines was enemies of the house of Israel. We know that.
David fought a Philistine. Wasn't he a giant?
He was a giant. Yes, he was. Okay, so even in these little short scriptures right here, brothers and sisters, we see that this woman got on this man's nerves so bad, he told his secret to her. Okay? It had to be something about the lie for him to go ahead and tell his secret. He told his secret to her. She knew the secret. She was betraying him. She called the enemies, and they came with money in their hand, ready to pay her for this debauchery that was going on. Keep reading, prophetess.
All right. As well as just to add to that, it also, the amount of money that they offered Delilah showed how much fear they had of this one man. Because it was a significant amount of money. I think it was 1,100 shekels of silver that they gave her.
Oh, wow.
So, verse 19, then she lulled him to sleep on her knee and called for a man and had him shave off the 7 locks of his head. Then she began to torment him, and his strength left him. And she said, the Philistines are upon you, Samson. So he awoke from his sleep and said, I will go out as before at other times and shake myself free. But he did not know that the Lord had departed from him.
So the spirit of the Most High, the warrior spirit that was on Samson, that was at birth, had departed from him because of what? The strength of the Lord was a symbol of him, was in his what?
His hair.
And she did, what did she do to him?
She tormented him. And had his hair shaved and called them to shave his hair, the 7 locks off of his head. Verse 21, then the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza. They bound him with bronze fetters, and he became a grinder in the prison. They loved to imprison you. However, verse 22, the hair of his head began to grow again.
Wait a minute.
After it had been shaven.
Wait a minute. So, this plan of deceit was only for a moment, right? Right? Because he was still alive.
Well, the plan was set to be forever. But only the Most High can even hold anything and say that it will be forever.
Did they intend that his hair was going to grow back? Did they think
not that fast, because they considered him to be a regular man except for that hair.
He told me, he said that if my hair is shaved off my head, I would be like any other man. He wasn't like any other man.
Never was.
Can we say, Prophet Cece, would you agree? Brothers and sisters, would you agree that this Samson was he was really our Hercules?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would say that Hercules was taken from this particular character that was a real man called Samson.
So that is correct. That is correct, because they plagiarized that from the scriptures. Samson was a real man. He was a real Nazarene. He was a real Israelite. Okay.
And that's what Hercules is mimicked. That's the person that Hercules is mimicked after, what the Most High had created first.
To all the prophets. You want to finish reading that up? Where you at?
Right. Verse 21. 22. However, the hair of his head began to grow again after it had been shaven. 23. Now the lords of the Philistines gathered together to offer a great sacrifice to Dagon, which was their god.
And I see right here, it says unto their God, their God. That's a little g. That's a false god. Okay? The Lord of the Philistines was called Dagon. Okay? Their God. Go ahead, Prophet.
And to rejoice. And they said, our God has delivered into our hands Samson, our enemy. Verse 24. When the people saw him, they praised their God, again their God being Dagon, for they said, our God has delivered into our hands our enemy, the destroyer of our land, and the one who multiplied our dead. Now,
the Most High God had been beating up the Philistines for a while. Okay? This is a little payback for them. They wanted to highlight this. So as soon as they can get the upper hand on our people, what they do is praise their God with it. They think that their God did the victory. But everything happens for a reason, okay? Samson was being taught a lesson here. And the Most High was showing his power still, even in this. Keep reading, Prophet.
So it happened when their hearts were merry, while they were rejoicing with their false gods, that they said, call for Samson, that he may perform for us.
Wait a minute. Now, in the King James I know what you just read now, Prophet. It says, call for Samson that he may make us sport. Brothers and sisters, y'all been watching sports of Judah